Thank you, Madam Chair. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Shawn Okun to address the board relative to PFMAN.
I realize I'm not on the agenda, and I have no intentions of giving anything other than comments on the company. At this moment, I'd like some of your fellow community members to stand, basically some of my staff. If you'd all stand, please. And Mr. Coleman, I've never had the pleasure. Shawn Okun. And I'd love you to stand too. I would like you to stand if you don't mind. No. Okay. Nope. Okay. But what I wanted to do was, first I wanted to thank you, Mr. Coleman, for trying to be the eyes and watchdog of the community. I commend you also for being I think you're a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force.
Yes, sir.
And a former productive member of an airline, UPS.
Yes, sir.
And thank you very much. Actually, I think we should all give him a round of applause for serving in the military. I think that's very important, and I don't think that should be overlooked or forgotten by the community. I think he's moved into an area where he wants to retire in values, and I think in his way he's trying to improve the best he can for the community, and I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a couple questions that I'd like to pose to the public. I'm not here to answer questions, and I can do that privately. Mr. Coleman's called me privately on the phone. Horst has made comments in the public press. But I want to ask a few questions for reflection, if you don't object. What is economic development and the Economic Development Committee? Economic development, by definition, is the sustained, concerted actions of policymakers and communities that promote the standard of living and economic health of a specific area. Economic development can also be referred to as the quantitative and qualitative changes to an economy. Action can involve multiple areas, including the development of human capital, critical infrastructure, regional competitiveness, environmental sustainability, social inclusions, health, safety, literacy, investments, risk in investments, and balance of investments. This definition actually comes from a very famous economist by the name of Joseph Schumpeter, Nobel laureate, by the way. Quite an interesting individual. He defines economic growth as a phenomenon of market productivity, a rise in GDP. Consequently, as an economist, he points out that economic growth is one of the aspects of the process of economic development. Mansell and Wayne at the University of Iowa state that economic development has been understood since World War II to involve economic growth, namely the increase of per capita income, and if currently absent, the attainment of a standard of living equivalent to that of industrialized countries. Last time I checked, the United States did fall into that area of industrialized nations. Economic development can also be accomplished as a static theory that documents the state of the economy at a certain time. And again, according to Mr. Schumpeter, an equilibrium of a state of a document in economic theory can be by intervening factors coming from the outside. Now understand, he was only an Austrian-American economist, not native-born. But he was also quite a political scientist and quite recommended. Before I get into the coming from the outside, such as just about my entire staff at PFMAN and the ones that are not here, let's talk about the free money that we've been accused of. Now, free money, interesting term. Nothing comes for free, certainly not in our society. Tax deductions, such as your home mortgage. How about college loans for our educated? How about medical benefits? How about Social Security? How do I figure Social Security is free money? We all pay Social Security, we all pay our taxes. Well, the average person, based on the Social Security Administration's number, pays $122,000 in a lifetime of work. That's a fair amount of money. The average person in the United States, male, lives to 78 years of age, a woman 76 years of age, give or take a year. Payouts last, however, only 6.7 years. So if you live past 72 years of age, you're living on free money. Our company has been accused in the press, in opinions, trying to damage our business. If you want to attack me, but don't attack my business. Don't attack my employees or the people that work in our economy, the people that are trying to support the economy here. We rent apartments here, we buy food here, we buy goods here for our business, we continue to grow our business, we continue to bring people in from the outside. We're bringing people in from England, we're bringing people from other counties, other states. My lead engineer, Ali, is from Turkey. How does he think it looks when he's watching a bunch of Americans fight amongst each other, even after we have decided that we're going to try to improve the economic growth of our community? And yet, we have individuals that are focusing on my company, or maybe me, because of a past business experience I have with a gentleman that actually has been cited by the FBI, has threatened my family, my employees, several air shows, and yet the kangaroo courts that exist, and I'm not getting into an argument over board members or anything else, but I'm being tried in the press with my company. Now, I actually asked my board if I should step down from my company because I don't want to tarnish the goodwill of my company. And the answer was no, because they felt that I'm providing proper leadership. So what kind of free money have we gotten? Yes, we did ask the Economic Development Committee here to help us search out between 35 or 51, whatever the number was, of different potential places to help grow our business. Right. As most businesses do, whether it's a small business administration loan, something that they get as a deduced area. We got a rent abatement from your county, and I'm very grateful for what you guys have given us. You gave us 30 months of rent abatement. Our building was 6 months late. Maybe our fault, doesn't really matter, but we have 30 months of free rent. There's been arguments over a $40,000 concrete floor that's been put in, whether it's correct or incorrect. But we've put probably $300,000, maybe more, in improvements in a facility that you, the county, and the taxpayers own. Additionally, the demographic of this county shows that 63% are high school graduates and only 8.7% are college graduates. Now, we currently have a staff of 13 people. 12 have bachelor's or better. The average economic income in this county is $14,299. It's on your own website. The average salary of my staff is over $37,000. So the rent abatement that we have was to attract us to come here. Absolutely, we chased you down and we asked for it. And there was background and research done on our company. We clearly stated that we were a startup business, clearly. The county clearly took a risk on us doing business here. Absolutely. I admit to a graduating kindergarten, and I'm proud of it. But I am bringing business into the area. I have brought more people into the area than my requirement required me to do. And I'm making the very best effort I can to make my business successful for my employees, our community members, and people that spend money in our economy to grow the economy. Now, Mr. Coleman here, again, as I say, I applaud him. And he took